for Ukraine, Russia, and the United States. Be granted the wisdom you protect them all. We protect them in violence and preserve them in peace.
Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy.
Like these salvation with the faith and servants of God. Archbishop Mead, Archbishop Paul, Archbishop Kenneth, Archbishop George, Archbishop Joseph, Archbishop David, Bishop John, Third Deacon Nicholas, Martha Deacon, Elisa Raisa, Martha Larissa, Peter Basil, Olga Anastasia, Olga Bamba, Nicoletta, Florence, Martin Kahn, John, Molly, Leonora, Elaine, Edward, Carl, Lisa, Betsy, Larissa, Christina, Anastasia, Danny, Michael, Amelia, Brother Saralama, Mother Helena, Sister Christine, Nicole, Hayden, Mary, Philip, Liam, Melanie, Andrew, Joseph, Melanie, James, Joseph, John, Jason, Dora, Mary, Beth, Allison, Michelle, Anthony, family, Lisa, Richard, Mary, Joanne and family, Margaret, Kelsey, James, and Mary, for all those not to pray and words that we need, for those that know and pray, for those who hear, those who love, and for the pardon and remission of their sins.
Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy.
For those who labor, for those who seek, for all the people here present, await thy grace and rich mercy.
Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Have mercy.
Our mercy, God, and love us and find in the weak Israel, Lord, for the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto the ages of ages.
Amen.
Of the day, we pray for the catechism, we pray for the Spirit, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Lord Father, have mercy on them, and teach them the word of thy truth.
Lord, have mercy.
Look at them and long to your
Lord, have mercy.
night, and morning, out, and
Lord, have mercy.
Lord,
Lord, have mercy.
help us, save us, have mercy on us.
Lord, have mercy.
Lord, we do for us this great mystery of salvation. Help us live us at home and worthy servants. For the power of the Holy Spirit, give us all to one this spirit service. Stand in praise before the Holy Lord. Offer your sacrifice of praise. Thou alone are promised all things in honor. May our sacrifice, Lord, be acceptable, most pleasing in thy sight, Lord, for our sins and errors of all the people. Listen, for unto thee are due all glory, honor, and worship, to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and to the ages of ages.
Amen. Господи, помилуй. Господи, помилуй.
So as they humble and sing the word serve, serve their holy altar, before the holy Lord. The power of the Holy Spirit strengthen us in this service, and grant speech to our lips. We call down the grace of the Holy Spirit upon the gifts of God and God. Lord, always by thy might, we ascribe glory and praise to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages.
Amen.
Brothers and sisters, please forgive me all my transgressions and pardon me. If we had a couple Lord, blessed be God. Archbishop Paul, Bishop Paul, throughout Mary, His grace and love, His love, and God, may the Lord God remember His kingdom, always now and ever, and to ages of ages. He is our priest, the monastic order. May the Lord God remember His kingdom, always now and ever, and to ages of ages. The President of our country, all the civil authority, all those serving our country, serving the armed forces, may the Lord God remember His kingdom, always now and ever, and unto ages of ages. The noble and rememberable founders and benefactors, leaders by our Savior and workers of Holy Church, All those that tonight here, those that together here today, those that ask us to pray for them unworthy doing, those that know us to pray for them, those that need us, those that love us, may the Lord God in us for your kingdom, always now and ever, and unto ages of ages. My brothers and sisters, throughout the world, although we part this life in hope for resurrection, you and all those Christians, may the Lord God bring the greatest kingdom, always now and ever, and unto ages of ages.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Our one who left his service and power that we do. Therefore, Lord, give us this servants of the Holy Spirit. The greatest thy mercy accept us to draw near to thy belong. And may be made worthy to offer thee the grief and loving sacrifice for our sins and the terrors of the kingdom. Have received upon the holy heaven night alone the sweet spirit of fragrance, send down upon us the divine grace and the gift of the Holy Spirit. The God of us above and behold this our service. Receive it as thou hast received the gift of faith, sacrifice of Noah, over offerings of Catholic, of Abraham, the peace offered Moses and Aaron, peace offered to Samuel. Even thou hast received thy holy apostles to your worship, but now in thy goodness accept these gifts and hand our sins to the Lord. Has been accounted worthy to serve that offense of thy holy office, and receive the reward of life and faith to the awesome day of thy death with thee. We have that for the day on the Son of our lives, together with the Holy Spirit and life giving Spirit, now and ever, and the ages of ages.
And to your spirit,
Let us love one another, with one mind. We make us
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the Trinity in one essence, and undivisible.
Christ is in our midst.
Here shall be
The doors let us today.
I believe in one God, Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth and of all things visible and invisible, and in the Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the only begotten, begotten of the Father before all ages, begotten of Him, all essence of the Father, by whom all things were made, who for us and for our salvation came down from heaven, and was incarnate of the Holy Spirit, and the Virgin Mary, and became man. And he was crucified for us under Pontius Pilate, and suffered, and was and rose again according to the Scriptures, and ascended into heaven and sits at the right hand of the Father. And he shall come again with glory to judge the living and the dead, whose kingdom shall have no end. And in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds from above, who with the Father and the Son together is worshipped and glorified, who spoke by the prophets, in the Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. I acknowledge the baptism for the remission of sins. I look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the to
Let us gather let us come to believe in our Lord and
mercy of us.
Jesus Christ the Lord, and the communion of the Holy Spirit be with all of you. Let us lift up our
It is meet and right. It is meet and right to worship
the shooting me and right and fitting and magnificent thy orders. Pray thee to sing thee, to bless thee, to worship thee, give thanks to thee, to glorify thee, to praise thee, God. To offer to thee this a reasonable worship, with the right heart and spirit of humility. Thou grant us the knowledge of thy truth, so that ever thy mighty acts speak all thy praises from, and with all thy miracles known. O Master of our Lord of heaven and earth, of all creation, O visible and invisible, who sits upon the throne of glory, behold, and depths without beginning, invisible, incomprehensible, indescribable, changeless, O Father, our Lord Jesus Christ, great God and Savior of hope, who give you to thy good, and seal thy very life, bring forth himself to your Father, the living word, the true God, eternal wisdom, the life and sanctification, the power, and true life. Though the great Spirit was revealed, the Spirit of truth, the gift of sonship, the pledge of future character, first the eternal blessing, the life-giving power, the fountain of sanctification, whom every creature breathes understanding, worships thee, always sings to thee, hymn of glory. All things of thy service, our brave with angels, archangels, ghosts, and mountains, authorities, powers, and many other cherubim, from the mountains and the seraphim, one for 6 weeks, the other 6 weeks. Do they cover their face? With two they cover their feet? With two they fly? By what? unceasing voice of sounding praises, singing through the shouting, proclaiming, and saying,
Holy, 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 Lord, Hosanna. Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest.
be blessed flowers of master loves and thine yoke is found. Holy art thou, including those souls who are bound in the gifts of thy glory. Lord, gracious in all thy deeds, righteous and true judge of order all things for us. Thou great man, I take dust from the earth, honor and only be to God. Let us sit in paradise and be done. Promise eternal life and enjoyment of lasting blessings. Serve thy command. When man disobeyed even to God, created him, was deceived by the valor of the serpent, becoming subject to death and don't transgression. Thou God in thy righteous judgment, send forth to paradise into this world, turning in the earth from which he was taken. By through the salvation of the generation of Christ. Thou hast turned away from thy creatures, thou hast made a good one. Who shall forget the work of thy hands? And the compassion and mercy, visit him in various ways. Send prophets for mighty works for thy saints. In every generation well pleasing to thee. Thou speak to us of the mouth of thy servant the prophets. Guide to us the salvation of such a time. Give us the law as a help. Thus for angels as guardians, and when the fullness of time may come, but speak also of thy Son himself, who does all spake the ages, being the radiance of thy glory, the image of thy person, holding all things by the word of his throne. God and Robert, people be the God and Father. The God who through the ages your pure earth and living on men, becoming incarnate of the Holy Virgin, he entered himself, taking the form of a servant. In life of the body of our lowliness, may liken us to image of his glory. As by man sin entered into the world, and by sin death, the please the only begotten Son, was in the bosom of the God and Father, was born of a woman, born of the Virgin Mary, was born under the law, and condemned sin in his flesh. Those who are dead in Adam might be alive like Christ himself. He lived in this world and gave us commandments of salvation, releasing us from the delusions of idolatry. The gods of knowledge believed in God and Father. He is his own chosen people, a royal priesthood of holy nation. Having cleansed us in water and sanctified us in the Holy Spirit, he himself was the ransom to death, in which we were held captive, soul, and sin. Sending to the cross of hell, might fill all things with himself, and loose the pangs of death. He rose on the third day, and made for all flesh a path to the resurrection of the dead. Since it was not possible the author of life, he had victim of corruption. Being the first fruits of those who follow in sleep, the firstborn of the dead, might be himself treated first in all things. Ascending into heaven, sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. To come to render to every man according to his work. In the world of the Satan hath he set these things, set forth according to his command. His body was both voluntary, they remember and life giving death. In the night which he gave himself up to the life of the world, he took bread, and was holy and pure hand. And he showed us the God and Father, having given thanks, blessed out of it, broken it. He gave it to his holy disciples and apostles, saying, take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you, for the remission of sin. Likewise, after supper, he took the cup of the fruit of the vine, and iniquity given thanks, the rest of the He gave it to holy disciples and Greater than all of you. This is my blood, offered as sin, which is shed for you and for many, for the remission of sin. Indeed, with offering to eat the bread and drink the cup, to proclaim my death, to confess my resurrection. Therefore also now in memory of saving passion, life giving promise, his 3-day burial and resurrection from the dead, the ascension into heaven, sitting at the right hand of the God and Father, glorious and awesome second coming. My Lord, we offer unto thee in the affable and He has done nothing but upon you. The God of the earth and the passion shall afflict you for our night. And our dearest approach shall be all. God will be the antitype for body that is in life. We pray and call upon you. For by the Spirit of thy goodness, the Holy Spirit come upon us. On the gifts now offered, bless and power to show this prayer to be the precious body of our Lord and God and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. This cup to be the precious blood of our Lord and God and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Shed for the life of the world. Amen. Making the change by thy Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 And when all of us want to come to the faith, we want to do that. That many of us is the faith of the body and the Christ is done. Spirit and mercy, grace, and truth, as we call the faith that God is called to put in the hands. March because very righteous spirit and perfect. That we will have our glory. The blessing of the Lord and never Lord, as on these doors to you, all praise, the assembly of angels and the grace of God. Hosanna, spiritual paradise, the glory of virgins, from incarnate, and we live much of our body, Lord, angels, even your body and soul, that your holy name for spacious and
rejoices in your grace. Glory to
And for God, those who according to divine exile and hardship, those any kind of affliction, necessity, and distress. And Lord our God, all those who treat thy great loving kindness, those who love us, and those who hate us, and those who ask us to pray for them, and avoid the will be. For all thy people, Lord our God, pour out thy rich mercy upon all of them, granting them all their petitions are for their salvation. And for thyself, O God, all those who cannot remember the ignorance, forgetfulness, and the faults of the name. To those the name of the age be healed from his mother's womb. Thou Lord our helper, the helper, the hope, the hope, Savior of the storm, the age of voyages, physician of the sick, do all things to all men. Thou knowest each man his place, his home, and his need. Deliver the city, O Lord, in every city country, famine, plague, earthquake, tornado, flood, fire, sword, nation, enemy, and civil war. Great is the name of the Holy Trinity. Help us, O Mother of God. We are prayers of all the saints, faithfully faithful, Christ your God, and mercy on us and save us. On the first Lord, we bless you. The attitude of the Father, keep our the Holy Church, be honored up. Right, we find the word of life. Lord, my arms word is also the most forgive me every transgression, both voluntary and involuntary. Father, my sins and up will be raised by the Holy Spirit. These gifts yourself, the Lord of priest with the action in Christ, the Lord of prayer. Notice the dead off that they don't include the dream. This is very loving kindness, the Lord manifested some and enriching passion. Let us see from top of the weather, and feel the power upon the earth. Praise your name. Blessed God, give thy goodness. This is from the church. Not to the rage of the ages, but be destroyed the life and terror, with the power of the Holy Spirit. Receive us all in thy kingdom, for as the Son of the Son of the light. Grant us the grace and peace of the Lord God, thou hast given all things. Grant to us with one love and one be praised, honor, and majesty. The Father and the Son and of the Holy Spirit, now and ever, unto the ages of ages. Amen. God, Savior Jesus Christ, shall be with all of you.
And with your spirit.
Remember all the saints and yet in peace for the praise.
Lord, have mercy.
Sanctify their praise.
Lord, have mercy.
Let us be spirit of prayer and present on the Father's future in divine grace and the gift of the Holy Spirit. Let us pray.
Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Granted,
Let us commend ourselves to each other and all our life unto Christ our Lord. our God. So purify us and become the precious spirit. Teach us to protect our sanctity and each life here. Receiving a portion of the holy things with your conscience. To be united with the holy body and blood likewise. And receive them worthy. We have Christ dwelling in our hearts. Become the temple of thy Holy Spirit. Yes, Lord God, and us be guilty indeed, they often have been received. Lord, be firm in soul and body, overtaking them unworthy. Enable us even to our last breath, receive a portion of holy things worthy, as a support on the road of eternal life. Accept the defense of your death to see the life line. All together, all the saints, the 87 of Jesus, we shall partake in eternal blessing. God prepare for those who love you, and make us worthy of master of the boldness of thy congregation. You may dare to call on me, the heavenly God, my Father, and to say,
Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from
now and then,
Amen. And to your spirit.
let sanctify God, strengthen and confirm those about the day. Draw them to be applied in every good work to make them worthy. Or these thy most who are like creation, which no sin, and the meaning of the Holy Spirit. Grace and compassion, love, and mind, and be God the Son of our together with the Lord and life, now and ever, and to the ages of days. Please forgive me all my transgressions and pardon me your sins for the life of the world and all you. Let
Praise Him in the highest. The righteous shall be in everlasting remembrance. He shall not be afraid of any evil tidings. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
Lady of Holy Spirit, for the remission of my sins and the life of the life. Let us pray for the
I believe, O Lord, and I confess that thou art truly Christ, the Son of the living God, who came to seek the world to save sinners from lack of purpose. And I believe also that thou art your body, and the spirit that thou precious blood. Therefore I pray thee, have mercy upon me, forgive my transgressions, both voluntary and involuntary, of word and deed, and in knowledge and weakness, and make me worthy to partake without condemnation of thy most gracious peace, the remission of my sins, and to life everlasting. Amen. Of thy mystical supper, O Son of God, accept these days of communion, for I will not see that I have received thy enemies, neither like thee as like the yes, like thee like as remember me, Lord. May the healing of thy holy cease, and the ears of my judgment, Lord, my foundation of life, as a determined soul of mine.
O Lord,
Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord. God is Lord and has revealed himself.
Lord, this is touch your lips. Partake away your iniquities. The pleasure of the Lord. Having partake the body and blood of our Lord God and Savior Jesus Christ, He brings us from the life of save thy people and bless thine inheritance.
We have seen much good life. We have received the heavenly Spirit. We have found that you came, worshiping the undivided Trinity, who has saved us.
Oh, is that the ages of ages.
Amen. Let our mouths be filled with thy praise, O Lord, that we may sing of thy glory. For thou hast made us worthy to partake of thy holy, divine, immortal, and life-creating service. Keep us in line holiness, that all the day we may meditate upon thy righteousness. Alleluia, alleluia, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy.
All our life unto Christ our God.
Good be, O
Now we grant us the sanctification of our soul, God, to know and to know. Grant that if we are holy body, know thy Christ, may be for faith unashamed, love unashamed, peace and wisdom. The healing of soul and body, repelling every adversary, bearing thy commandments, accepting the death of the dead, just seed of thy Christ. Shall our sanctification and thee we ascribe, Lord, to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages.
Amen.
Let us be quiet here.
In the name of the Lord. Lord, have mercy.
Master, Lord our God, because you're good, we ask you to listen to our worthy servants. Leave us to reach the entire end of these days of fasting. Give it for us in correction. Lead us with darkness and content to the hope of the conversation. Take off the armor of darkness and look into the armor of light. Grant us, Lord, self-denial without hypocrisy. Prayer in secret, with the Lord acceptable to you. Humble almsgiving with faith in you. Praise the living God, the Son of your us. Together with the Holy Spirit and our Holy Spirit, now and ever, and to ages of ages.
Amen. Blessed be the name of the Lord, henceforth and forevermore. Blessed be the name of the Lord, henceforth and forevermore. Blessed be the name of the Lord, henceforth and forevermore.
And in the world like death, we see the type of the resurrection. Through the ending life, and the God is you, the one to come without faith, now saves us all. Praise eternal God, the Holy and life-giving Spirit, now and ever, and to ages of ages. Amen. The blessing of the Lord be upon you, through his grace and loving kindness, always, now and ever, and unto ages of ages.
Amen.
Glory to Jesus Christ, our God, our Lord, glory.
Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, now and ever, and unto ages of ages. Amen. Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy. Amen.
The prayers of his most holy one, holy, glorious, God of apostles, have fallen on the saints, days of the great Archbishop, Generate Cappadocia, holy prophet, precursor, Baptist John, holy prophet, and patroness, holy temple, and others among the saints, Juliana, the nurse, Elizabeth, and the martyr, and the Father, have fallen among the saints, Philip, Methodius, their disciples, Clement, and None of Hope, by St. John of Rita, St. Bernard of Alaska, the first sanctified in America, together with St. Innocent of the Islands and Apostles of America, St. Patriarch Tikhon and Vlad of America, St. Raphael, Bishop of Brooklyn, St. Nicholas, South David, Bishop Shishno, St. John, Bishop Shankar and San Francisco, St. Silouan of Mount Athos, Holy Priest Alexis of Wilkes-Barre, Jacob of Alaska, the Alaskan martyr, the Elliot and other priest monk, new martyrs, John and Alexander, Holy Righteous and God, Joachim and Anna, the great Apollos, we commemorate today, of all the saints, have mercy on us and save us, for his good and loves mankind.
Amen.
Jesus Christ, our God, have mercy on us and save us.
Amen. Is the attitude of most blessed Tikhon, Archbishop of Washington, Metropolitan of all America and Canada. His Grace Alexander, Bishop of Toledo and the Bulgarian Diocese, the brethren of this holy temple, and the Lord with us grace us, preserve them all, for many years.
Glory to Jesus.
Glory forever.
Also from the Lambert family, our family, and our parish family, may God continue to guide us through this great land, and for Sarah's special journey during this great land. do have announcements this morning. The Vespers, the after community will be served this evening at 5 p.m. at St. Nicholas Orthodox Church in Salvador. Divine services here at St. Elias during the week. Wednesday evening, March 15th, the Sanctified Liturgy. Friday evening, March 17th, Liturgy for Sanctified, which is followed by a Lenten covered dish, which is service at 6 p.m. Last Sunday, I announced we would have special visitors on this coming Friday. Unfortunately, that has been canceled. Sister Christina was coming, fell, and she's unable to stand, unable to travel. She has a condition with her ankles, like having her hand like carpal. So we hope to be able to reschedule their coming. He said, Father Vladimir would come, but the problem is he can't speak English. So we have a problem with that. Unless I can find someone who would interpret for you. So, but she's very apologetic and something to do about that. So she will not be here this coming Friday. Following Divine Liturgy today, the Sisters Italiana will meet. Our parish council meet is coming Tuesday, March the 14th at 7 p.m. And also reminded you about the blessing bags, the Freddy's items during Lent, the list is in the Sunday bulletin. The bin is in the vestibule there. And he places things in the bin, and at the end of Lent, we gather together and put them in the blessing bag. Reminder you, if you have not handed in your pledge membership card, please do so as soon as possible. The update of your offering on is also, please do that as soon as possible. Anybody have questions this morning? Silence.
I have a question. Why are certain foods were picked for Lent? Like, why is it meat, cheese, etc.? Why it's not coffee or chocolate?
Or anything that comes from an animal. So we have meat products. Pardon?
Is there a reason?
Yes, because meat products has a very definite effect on our bodies and therefore on our minds. Okay. And the whole point of Great Lent is to simplify our lives, to simplify our thinking, so we can focus and concentrate on our prayer life and on our repenting of our sins. And so those foods that affect our mentality, affect our person, those are the things that we're called to fast from. So it's meat products, dairy products, eggs coming from a chicken, okay, and also fish. Fish is permitted though on Annunciation, which is March 25th, and on Palm Sunday. So those are the things that the church prescribes us not eating during the table.
So, for example, for me, quitting coffee is impossible, or quitting sugar is impossible. So should I be striving to have less of it during Lent? Because meat, apparently, is not being that hard.
Okay.
So, but sugar doesn't serve that with every coffee. So, would that be perfect for me, because that's what really my striving focus is to have a sweet coffee. Should I try with this? Would that be interfering with my Lent, or it doesn't matter since I'm not doing it?
No, it wouldn't interfere with your Lent. I think to understand, a lot of times we do this idea of giving up something for Lent, and so that we talk about the sweets, the candies, and the coffee, and so forth. But the real understanding of the fasting is that those foods that affect our total thinking.
Which is coffee.
Okay. So you know what you got to do, yeah. Please cut back. You begin to cut back.
So that's the point behind
Yes.
it, I'm just saying, because I have been eating meat for 2 weeks, and I thought it was going to be possible, but it was not even possible at all.
Yes, yeah.
So,
You'll probably find out at the end of Lent, you didn't feel much. That's what happens.
so it doesn't affect my body the way that it used to, other times that people, because they didn't have
I think the answer is yeah. It all depends, on where it affects you. Giving these things up is for the purpose of concentrating ourselves on God, okay, and our relationship with God. I say to people, if you're fasting, it makes you mean, don't do that, okay? Because what you're doing is you're people concentrating on God, so you're being mean to other people, I know a particular bishop who was in Mount Atlas, and he had told him, go out and smoke, because if you don't smoke, you're mean. Okay, so, well, it was our bishop, by the way, okay?
Are we allowed to drink any alcohol during Lent? Because I haven't been, I wasn't sure.
There's certain days when, like, for example, to put on the calendar, wine is permitted, that type of thing, which is alcohol. But normally, no, nothing of alcoholic content is permitted during Lent. Did you give up on that too? So,
Yeah, I gave up on this, no big deal, but the coffee, I had like 8 cups yesterday. And I was just falling asleep on the way home from after my 8 cup after dinner. And so I was like, what if I give up? And I don't know if I can function at all.
I don't know. That's a lot of fun. Right.
Can you talk a little about St. Gregory?
St. Gregory Palamas. St. Gregory Palamas was the Archbishop of Thessalonica. And St. Gregory's theology for us is really basic to our Orthodox spirituality and theology. And he was persecuted by Western Christians, especially by a lot among the West, because he said that very simply that we can know God. Okay? We can't know God in His essence. We know Him in His energies. He communicates to us in His energies. And so, because of that, we have able to have union with God. We have a theosis with God, Jesus, becoming more and more like unto God. And that theology and that spirituality is basic in the Orthodox Church. The church called together the synod because of his attack and defended his teaching. That also then developed into the hesychast, which means the monks who practice hesychasm, and they pray the Jesus prayer in order to become more and more united to our Lord. But what he was saying was, yes, we can know God. Number one, God appeared in the flesh in Jesus, okay? God appeared in the flesh, and His light came through the transfiguration and the resurrection. And now we can know God because of those energies that come to us from Him. In Western thinking, they always talk about the attributes, okay, not about the energies that came forth from God. So St. Gregory, his theology, which is in the 1400s basically, came to us as a spirituality of the Church itself. And hesychasm, when we go over the hesychast, just means quiet and silence. And the hesychast, the teaching was that the biggest part of that was we should have simplicity, we should have silence in our lives in order to be able to communicate with God Himself. And God through His energies actually communicate with us and pour forth His light in us. Okay? St. Gregory's whole thing was that if Christ showed forth His light, likewise we as individuals, the icons of God are to show forth the light of Christ. For example, the icons themselves are the icons to show forth the light, like the icons. So they write the icons, they begin with dark colors, they have slowly worked out in the light colors to show the icons of the light of Christ. So that's the Gregory. Of course, it's during Lent. Pray, to fast, to really become more concerned about having concentration. Hesychasm, which is praying to Jesus, which we all know, Lord Jesus Christ, and God, mercy me a sinner. That whole idea was that you pray the prayer, Lord Jesus Christ, and God, first you breathe in life. And you say, have mercy on me a sinner, exhale the sin out of your life. That will bring you about calmness and quietness and hesychasm. Spirit that you would have, so that you can really go further in prayer, go further in your fasting, go further into discipline of the spiritual life. So, the famous monk, Father Italian, necessary, who was really condemning hesychasm was then taken from Mount Athos, from St. Gregory, and went up to the other countries, especially by St. Anice Stanislavski, who brought it into Romania, for example. So all through Romania, you have monasteries there of the hesychastic tradition. I think I told you this before, Mother Gabriella, she's Romanian, but in Romania, Rome, there's 500 monasteries. It's just like that. And we asked her, well, why is this? It's in the genes, she says. That was our answer, okay. But, so that there, then, Jesus, tradition is in Nicaea, interruption, so that is the tradition of the church itself. And the church defends that teaching. There's like the great fast. With this time to look through what Gregory was teaching us. Come closer to God, through silence, and to release the grace of Jesus from every kind, that God will reveal His light to us. We're supposed to, our Lord says, you are the light of the world. The how is it to read the light of the world? Not just by doing things we should do or not doing things we should do, but because Christ wrote within us that light. But we have to develop that light. That's a long story. That's a great story.
Last Friday, the first reading at Pre-Sanctified, they talked about Noah, and before the flood, they talked about Noah, and they in the book it says at that time the Nephilim appeared on earth, and the sons of heaven got together with the daughters of men, and these were the children that were born of them were the heroes of old. What is that all about? Who are the Nephilim?
That's complicated. Nobody's know exactly what that means.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is. Everybody have the answer. It's controversial. Were these angels that have relations with women on earth or what?
Nephilim, and I wonder if they're mentioned anywhere else.
Not that I know of. Before the flood, yes. Yeah. And the flood came and went all that out.
All the records are gone.
But that's a good question. I don't know. It's always a fascinating reading every time it's read. Okay, what does that mean? Everybody else is. Who's it?
3 years ago, first week of Lent, one of the prayers that we were praying for St. Andrew, he mentioned, and I don't know why I can't get that out of my thinking, but we talked about Jezebel's flunkies. I mean,
Jezebel's
flunkies.
flunkies were the priests of Baal. And the priest of Baal, B-A-A-L of Baal, he was actually a pagan god. Okay, and these were the priests, the pagan priests of Baal. And Jezebel was promoting paganism, this religion of Baal. Okay, and our prophet, our temple, Eliab, okay, was the one who came and began to defend for the one true God. Okay. And so that's when Eliab went up to the holy mountain. He told the priests of Baal, okay, you pray to your God and I'll pray to my God. We'll see who's going to win on this one, okay? And so what they did was they put sacrifice out, on the altar, and the priests of Baal prayed and prayed and prayed for the fire to come down and consume the sacrifice. Because the scriptures also said they actually cut themselves and all that kind of stuff, and nothing happened. And then Eliab went up and put his sacrifice up, poured water on it, okay, and asked for the fire to come down and consume, and God consumed that sacrifice, okay. So Jezebel was the one promoting the religion of Baal, okay. So, that basically refers to Eliab calling them flunkies, okay. You're nobody.
I just wondered.
Who are the flunkies? We have some of those today too, but have all kinds of stuff going on. And those are the Jezebel's flunkies.
I'm curious what
Some of us actually wait for that reading on Lent. I think it's Wednesday. That's how we know it's Wednesday. Yeah.
I want to give up once it doesn't.
That's all I want.
I wonder what is the translation in Greek or Slavic? I'm curious.
I don't know, that translation we're using was from the Russian. See, I don't know. That was not from Jordan. Jezebel's flunkies exist today too, and we have to show their wealth. Okay? You don't call people's names, but that was very obvious. Anybody else's?
Kind of a comment. I was talking with Aaron earlier in the week about the blessing bags, and I wanted to throw it out there that I'm going to be putting in an Amazon order for some things, and you can get things like that in bulk for really cheap. I'm probably going to do that next weekend, so if anybody wants to pick something, deodorant, shampoo, soaps, like they're super cheap on there. You can get 72 hair combs for $8. And I just feel like, if we do that, we you smile, then there's a percentage that will come back to the church. So if anybody wants to pick something and let me know, I can throw it in my order.
There's definitely the blessing bags, the business in the bulletin. These bags will be prepared, be here at the parish, and each one of us can take one, two, three, or many. The point is, we will give it to someone who is in need. You know, all of that, and standing in every corner. And when you give this blessing bag to them, or whatever is in that bag, then we ask them for the first names, so we can pray for them here at St. Louis. That's why it's called a blessing bag. So then, Sarah, no, if you want to purchase these.
So do we have a card or something that we could imagine that has on it that could be included so that they would know about it?
I guess we
We
would.
could maybe come up with something simple, just like that.
I can ask and see what,
Pardon?
I can ask and see what St. Mary was in there. I don't know if they put their card, or I know that they, you know, just ask for their first name, and they tell them, you know, our parish.
We can put it in the card.
Well, like she said, that the prayer just doesn't say to Leah. I just think that that would be, gives them a connection.
Anybody else?
I don't know, this may be too much, but the news this week with the Roman Church, talking about, the marriage of, and I didn't quite ever read anything that gave us some detail about how that is going to work, and what they were looking at as far as the priests. It sounded like that's what was supposed to be, do you know anymore?
No, I haven't. I just know it came on Channel 8. The news came on about the Pope is not opposed to ordaining married men.
Ordaining marriage.
Ordaining married men, because like our tradition, you have to be married before you ordain. And so then they also said that on there that those who already are ordained and are celibate could not take advantage of this. But I haven't heard anything more, either on the internet or anything else. I was waiting for EWTN, we would talk about it. Mother Angelica, she probably posted, but she's not live, so. But I don't know anything more. It's interesting too that they did not say that they already have married Catholic priests. They didn't say that, because in Europe, the Christian Catholic priests are married. And you also have those that converted to Catholicism. They already were ministers that converted, also were married. They were dating as married.
Quite a conversation, great.
There's a gentleman in Arizona who is Catholic priest, he's married, he came here to church, right, where the school that I teach at. And he gave a talk, and it was kind of confusing to the little kids because they talked about his wife. And it was kind of like, oh, but that was what happened, is he was a priest. And then he married.
I think one of the difficulties with that whole question is people think, number one, that you can't be a priest in the Roman Church, which is totally wrong. Okay? Because the tradition of only ordaining celibates was not in the beginning. They followed the same tradition that we still have in the Orthodox Church. And there was a lot of it began in Spain and then moved elsewhere, but a lot of it had to do with what went on in the Middle Ages. In the Middle Ages, you had, what do you call that, bishops and clergy and so forth. They had their own feudal system, okay? And they would pass their estates and so forth down to their relatives, okay? And so they began to insist upon celibacy of that particular but there's nothing opposed, even by the Roman Church, marrying but a lot of Catholics think you cannot be a priest and be married, but that's not true. Yeah, Peter was married. Peter, the first apostle, the head of the college of apostles, was married. Our Lord cured his mother, that's how he was married. Anybody else?
I have And it's just, it's not go on this any longer.
I can't get out of all children and can't drive them to school.
Yeah, so you already figured this whole thing out. Let's go downstairs. I will bless the Lord at all times, His praise be ever on my soul will glory in the Lord. Let the living hear me glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together. My song, the Lord is praise, and all who hear Him and He reigns, and your faces shall never be ashamed. This poor and tried and humble, Him and Savior of all His wrongs. Hallelujah.